you guys are giving instructions in the dressing room. Do you have any questions?
I got a question. You got any excuses tonight, Roy?
Let's not ask questions like that. Let's touch gloves and go to work.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Ade, and welcome back to another edition of Boxtalk. It's time for This Week in Boxing again. We've got a short time, so let's try to hit off straight away. Results from last night. Let's start with the UK side. Scott Quigg.
Scott Quigg, good win. Under pressure, obviously. Frampton doing what he done last week, 16,000 in Belfast. Scott Quigg almost had to get the guy out of there.
Impressively.
It was a guy coming up from bantamweight. Yeah. So again, for a world champion, I want to see him against a super bantam. There's names out there, but regardless, you almost have to get them guys out of there, and he got them out there with a body shot that would have taken bloody light middleweights out. It was awful.
Only thing I would say about the bantamweight, the lightweight division, is that the jumping weight class are only very small, normally like 4 pounds. So even though it is a guy smaller than you, it's not really a guy much smaller.
You're talking 4 pounds.
You're talking breakfast.
You are talking breakfast. It's a shout.
Anthony Joshua, impressive.
Very impressive, Anthony Joshua. Again, with Anthony Joshua, it's almost, you expect to blow these guys out, but I always say he's under pressure because Eddie Hearn always seems to be booking him fights in October and fights in November and January.
It kind of tells you beforehand that these guys are named, great, but they're not great.
But any heavyweight, all you can do really is knock the guys out, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Anthony Joshua, I like him. I think he's progressing well, but you don't want to rush him. You can't rush him. But I also feel that he's being matched well, but he's being matched a little too well. Okay. Whereas you're trying to give him rounds. You think these guys are doable and competitive, but they're barely getting out of 1-2 rounds. Yeah. If you're that good and they're that competitive, then you need to step it up. Yeah,
and I think we said this in a video some time ago around that Lemonchenko thing, that you're an Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah.
That already, for me, puts you way above. Like you're almost on domestic scene already. You know what I mean? You're Olympic gold medalist, so it should be way above that round. So I think he shouldn't be taking the other path that others, and they're going to compare him to other heavyweights. He should be on a path completely above that.
Yeah. African Angulo versus De La Rosa.
Yeah. Angulo's that person where they said he's struggling to make weight, and that was the reason he went up to 160. He's a punch bag now. I hate to say it because I love Angulo, but he's a punch bag. I was
gonna say same in different words. He is no longer world class.
He's not Angulo.
He is no longer world class. We again previously mentioned before that before he had that aura of being like the tough dog chain type bad guy.
All right.
That aura's totally gone.
It went for me with the James Kirkland fight.
He's regressed tremendously.
Bad, honestly.
And it's that type of style of fighting where you, no disrespect, but you fight with your face. Your reflexes are going. Your instincts are going. He could make a good money as a gatekeeper, but I think his championship days are over, and I think he needs to think about calling it a day.
I know we've always said that it's not the trainer's fault. Trainers can only work with what they've given, but I haven't seen anything better since he's worked with Virgil. Yeah. I'm not saying anything. Virgil's supposed to be a defensive-minded coach, and like you say, he's still getting hit. He's best defense in his face. Yeah. And I haven't seen any improvements whatsoever.
I think it's hard, like I said, when you don't have an athlete or someone that you could build up from young. When you've got an established guy, it's very, very hard to train. He's took him at the end of, as it is now, end of his career. Right. So he weren't really a guy that you could have a chance to influence. What he can do is show him new tricks and hope he implements it.
From Angulo, before we quickly, is that he's a name, he puts bums on seats, and that's what's scary about him. They're going to still put him in with good guys at 160 because he does that.
You know, think about it. When you're looking for a warm-up fight at 160 now, especially the champions, they're going to get a name.
Yeah, it's going to be Angulo.
Bay versus Miguel Vasquez.
Good fight. Good fight.
So I tell you something. Split decisions are split decisions.
Yeah. Fucking hate split decisions.
Let's leave it at that. Yeah, split decisions are split decisions. Let's leave it at that. Co-main event.
Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz.
Again, the bantamweight division is getting really hot. Yeah. See, the problem we have in the super bantamweight division is that there are 3 guys. I think Santa Cruz is above Frampton and Quigg, by the way. I'd say that now. I really do think he's above them. I think Gondo's way past anything. I think Santa Cruz is next, and then I think it's very close between Santa Cruz, Quigg, and Frampton. Yeah. But I think on just who he's for, I think that he's just above them.
A lot of people say Santa Cruz is almost going to step up to fight Rigo.
Yeah.
And you get that feeling, but I still don't hear I don't see no one going for the push.
This is it. You don't hear his promoter. You don't even hear him say.
Like, you see it on social media. People saying, "Oh, he's the only one who will go. He's the only one. He's the only one." I'm like, yeah, where? Where am I seeing that type of input for that type of direction? Yes, you might get a slight mention of his name in passing, but no one's actually saying, "Look, I want that fight."
I think he needs to be a lot more vocal as well. And sometimes you people say it's respectful when you're not calling that fighters, but I think, look, you're clearly the number 2 in the division. The number 1 is out there. You're not like Quigg and Frampton. You're not kind of fresh. You experience. I expect him to ask for Rigo.
You've got a dangerous champion in Rigo, but it's actually vulnerable in the sense of he has no promotional team behind him right now. You could, like I said, you could kind of snap him up for some decent money without breaking your pocket, and that's no disrespect to Rigo. It's just that he's got no promoter. He's going to fight his back right now. He's fighting his own corner. Yeah. So if you want to take him now and try and get a decent payday out of it as well, before he gets taken away by a promoter, jump in now.
I think people are forgetting the rewards that you get if you beat Rigo. Yeah. Not even if you beat him, even if you make it close, the rewards could be huge. I think someone's got to step up and take the risk. Yeah. I don't want to talk about Floyd. We'll talk about him in a video later. David Haye.
Yeah,
Adam Booth.
With Adam Booth apparently.
I'm finding it all strange.
Al Haymon.
Al Haymon.
So I tell you, okay, this is rumour, so no one's confirmed nothing at all. They've had such a bond from the beginning, from the amateur, through amateur and pro. That, to me, if it's true, that's personal. That's not business.
I agree as well.
Like they've had a falling out as friends and say, look, we can't do this no more.
Strange.
You know? I don't know.
Obviously, off the back of George Groves leaving him and splitting up, which surprised people a year ago. This is even bigger because you think David Haye, like you said, David Haye, Adam Booth, it's just the Haymaker team.
Unless Adam Booth is going to something separate from boxing and saying, look, I need to cut things down. We have to split because it's again something to do separate from boxing. That's different. Otherwise, I don't understand why.
Maybe, I mean, there are rumours about David Haye basing himself in America now. Yeah. We know that Booth has got sort of Andy Lee and a few others as well. He obviously bases himself here. Maybe the kind of transatlantic kind of training thing ain't going to work. Yeah. Obviously, Al Haymon, they're talking about him possibly getting in the chance of Deontay Wilder and Stavern. David Haye's got a chance of both of them. I don't know how active David Haye is, but if he's a fit David Haye, he's got a chance of both of them.
David Haye, we all know David Haye is not a very big heavyweight in terms of heavyweights nowadays. Yeah. I saw an interview with him with, I think it was Rick Reno over in Vegas on our boxing scene. And you saw his neck and his shoulders.
He looks trim, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks
very, very, like he has to eat 12 meals a day just to stay up there.
I know he wants to come out this year, but he didn't. For me, and I said, I don't think he looks around. He didn't look heavyweight.
The thing about him though, if he based himself in America will eat him up. They'll love him.
Yeah.
Just his talks, his breath I think he's perfectly suited to heavyweights.
As you mentioned, Al Haymon, Sergio Mora, Latin Snake with Al Haymon.
Yeah.
You know, rumours are rumours, and all this talk about what he's got behind closed doors and everything. But I really think the time is imminent. I mean, too much signings, too much freezing of like people are not moving forward, like they're waiting for their announcement. Yeah. When you have a lot of fighters like that, you expect to have like, oh, this guy's fighting this guy, that guy's doing this, that guy, that. You've got people in your camp that you can set up already. No fight is moving forward, which tells me they're waiting for some sort of date, some sort of announcement, some sort of event to be a big push.
You're right, they are snapping up fighters now. I mean, we always talk about it every week, you know, he's got another fighter, but now, like you say, rumours about David Haye, rumours about Sergio Mora, he's in the middleweight division, he's already got Daniel Jacobs in that middleweight division, he's always got Peter Quinn in that middleweight division. I just feel like there is something, there's something big coming. I mean, De La Hoya is linking up with Top Rank. That seems to be pretty much done. It's almost like they're going to try and compete with the Haymon, like Al Haymon. It's like they have to go together to compete with what Al Haymon's getting.
What's that the old phrase? Divide
and conquer.
Divide and conquer. Now it's reversed. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Join and conquer.
It
will be conquered.
Yeah, all be conquered. You're right.
Talking about Top Rank, Chavez Jr. came out this week saying he hasn't turned down no fights. He's turned down extensions. And it got me thinking, yes, this is common in boxing where people try to add contracts in. But is that if you've got a 3-year contract or 1-fight contract, can your promoter literally hold you back by not signing an extension? Is that actually legal?
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. Because in saying, okay, he's offering you short money, but he's saying, if this fight's worth X, Y, Z, but because you're going to sign with us, we're going to give you less money.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the line, that has to be illegal because you've got a guy, and as much as we both criticise Chavez, this guy's a young guy in his prime trying to make fights. And all the top guys want him, and it's literally Bob Arum's ego by not wanting to lose that brand by saying no.
Yeah.
So you're going to make the guy sit out a year or 18 months.
Problem with Chavez is just...
He's not serious. We know he's not serious.
Boxer,
but is it? It's not. That's not the question. Is it legal?
No, it's not.
Can you do that? It's wrong.
He's been doing it a lot. He's done it to Timothy Bradley. He's done it to everyone. Pretty much everyone gets it. Look, I'll give it a fight, but you have to sign another four years with me.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury got fined $10,000 by the board. We were there for that press conference. Yeah. Look, it was bad.
It weren't that
bad.
But
I mean, it was just like what? It was Tyson Fury.
It was 50,000.
Was it
50,000?
Oh, 15.
Yeah.
I mean, it was I'm not joking. What he said there was common standard in American press conferences.
Yes, it is.
Common standard.
So I tell you the problem is with the British Board of Control, and it's like, I think they need updating and modernising overall in their rules and regulations. I mean, like, if you look at the history of the British Board, they fine people a lot of money, and £15,000 is not a lot of money to maybe Tyson Fury, but to general other boxers, it's huge.
Yeah.
To the board, that's free money in their pocket to do what they want to do, whatever for whatever they want to do. It's like it's unfair to force people in situations. You want to promote a fight, you want big tickets, you want sales.
Yeah.
Someone opens their mouth to sell, and you find them.
What else you got?
Mike Tyson destroyed that interviewed guy, and the guy deserved it. Oh, he deserved it so bad. He deserved it so bad.
I think it's got like 20 million views on YouTube.
Yeah.
I must be a million of those views, just myself.
I
have watched it time and time again, and Tyson's he's just an absolute legend. Isn't he? Why that guy had to do that was just stupid.
It's so, to tell you what made me upset, yeah? Tyson went on there in goodwill to talk about his one-man show, yeah? The question the promoter was, as people will say, as a rapist and convicted rapist, blah, blah, blah. No one said that. You were talking about it. That was something you got to leave the past in the past. We were talking about the whole new Tyson. Tyson changed his whole life around, if he did it or not, whatever you believe. He's changed his life around. When Tyson said to him, only you said that, that is the perfect answer, because no one heard that question for fucking never until you said it.
The good thing about Tyson, I tweeted recently, like, how good would a 24/7 be? Or how good would Tyson's pay-per-view numbers be if he had an all-access or a 24/7? And it's clips like that that we never get to see behind the scenes that you just love to see. Tyson would absolutely, it'd be ridiculous. His pay-per-view numbers would be ridiculous.
I tell you what, Tyson said like he's not into violence, that he's kind of humbled himself. But I thought the old Mike Tyson was burning inside him. He wanted to kill him.
Mate, honestly, I think he must have, in his head, he was saying, look, jail time, jail time, jail time. Because he would have ripped that guy's head off. It was back in the day. It was perfect to see.
It was perfect. That actually made my week. That actually made my week. What else have we got here? Andrade moves up to get a title shot.
You know, that's a very, very... That probably should have been number one in our conversation.
With Korobov, and Billy Joe gets pushed out to the side.
Honestly, that is... That's just a load of bollocks, isn't it? Pardon my French. That is ridiculous. Don't get me wrong, I get he's a champion. There's no way on earth what you've done at 154 should have any bear on the top 160.
I'll tell you what, and this is where the WBA has shot themselves in the foot, and I think it's the dumbest thing. They said Billy Joe hasn't fought no one top ranked
in the top 15.
In the top 15 in over a year, but he's ranked number 2 in the division.
Yeah.
Tell me how that makes sense.
Yes.
Please, someone email us and tell us how does that make sense if you're not ranked, if you ain't fought on the top 15 in 18 months.
No.
Ever. How do you get a number 2 ranking?
Yeah. So basically, you're almost like you build him up. Yeah. And then because you want Boo Boo to fight, you've just destroyed him.
Destroyed him. That makes no sense. You got a number 2 ranking, so that means your rankings mean shit.
Yeah, basically, your rankings don't count for anything.
Yeah.
You're saying he's number 2, but he hasn't fought number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, or 15.
And this is the reason why I do not follow sanctioning body belts. The only belts I watch are the Ring Magazine and the traditional boxing rankings, because they seem to be the less corrupt compared with the rest.
One thing I will say, look, and I'm happy for Booby to get the chance, because I do like him as a guy, but, I mean, that's how hard it is for him, obviously, to get a fight at 154. He's been calling that Lara and Canelo. I mean, he's the champion. He's having to go up in weight. He's going to be a 2-weight world champion. He'll beat Korobov.
For Andrade, he's done the right thing. He's been offered the fight. Why turn it down?
Yeah.
He ain't done nothing wrong. No, it's Korobov. He's fighting for the title still. So as them as fighters, I can't fault them at all.
Billy Joe gets the winner, but again, now they've mentioned that top 15. A lot of people are going to be saying, why should he? Yeah. Quickly before we got a minute left, what you got?
Let's take a look quickly. Usain Bolt with Freddie Roach.
Yep. I think there was rumours about that about 3-4 months ago. I'm not sure even Magic Freddie Roach can help Usain Bolt's career. I don't know if Usain Bolt wants to stay at light heavyweight. Yeah. I think the guys are far too powerful. I think Carl Roach has damaged him irreparably.
One last thing as well. And the new WBA heavyweight champion is not Vladimir Klitschko, not Rusin Shagev, Luis Ortiz. You started joking.
Hey, for real.
Wait a minute. And that's the WBA again.
Yeah.
The WBA.
Just for a minute. Is he interim or regular?
Interim.
Shaggy's regular. He's interim.
Yeah.
But sorry, interim when no one's injured. But hey, by the way, talking about him, I tweeted about that before. He looks like a machine, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean,
quite a big guy, quite
Cuban, so he can box. We know that he can box already. And like I said, Latif Cody is a small guy, but Latif Cody is unbeaten. He's put down an unbeaten guy. Probably a premature stoppage, but he's put him down easily. Yeah. So I mean, I think he'll be avoided.
Yeah. Last bit, yesterday, Senny show.
Yeah, good. It was a good day out. Fighters Inc. booth showed us a lot of love. Yeah. Got some free t-shirts. Met Bisping, Gustafsson. I enjoyed it.
The whole team was lovely. It was great.
Yeah,
Great day. Anyone that made it out there would have had a great time. So a lot of fights, a lot of new equipment, a lot of bits and bobs.
A lot of ladies wearing lycra.
Yeah.
That was a good part of it.
I'm trying to put together a little mismatch video, so hopefully we'll get something done in the week.
Yep.
That's it from me.
There you go, guys. So that's another week in boxing. Loads. Video stretched just a little bit. But again, thanks to Fighters Inc. Email us at
boxtalk@hotmail.co.uk, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter at boxtalkuk.
And also, guys, don't forget to subscribe. And thanks for checking out This Week in Boxing.